Hi, I'm Mashaya, and welcome to the session where we're going to be focused mostly on backbends, opening up the solar plexus, and kind of just building energy for the day. This is great for days that you just feel super low energy, or you're feeling premenstrual, or just down. Hopefully, it'll help you get that little just like extra pick me up that you might be missing. Okay, so we're going to start on our backs. So come down onto your back in kind of the middle of the mat. We're just kind of going to open up the midline of the body first. So you're going to see what you can do to open the legs, have the soles of the feet together. And if you need it, go ahead and put some blocks beside you. If you don't, then just see if you can rest into this. And just taking some little movements with your hips. Little side to side, kind of like a hula dancer. So kind of picking up the right hip, picking up the left hip, just noticing the position of your hip bones here. And bring your hands to the center of the low belly, that space right in between your hip bones. And take a big, big breath. Inhale all the way up to the top. Hold your breath for a moment. And as you exhale, stick your tongue out. See about pulling the low belly down towards the earth. So do that a few more times. Inhale, deep, deep breath. Filling up the belly, expanding. Hold for just a few beats. And as you exhale, stick the tongue out and draw the belly button down towards the earth. One more. Inhale, expand through the belly. Big, deep breath, fill up the belly. Feel the midline of the belly stretching. And again, as you exhale, stick the tongue out. And just relaxing here. Go ahead and bring your hands behind your head, elbows wide. Take an inhale, exaggerate the arch in your low back. Exhale, press the low back down, lift the shoulders. Coming down, inhale, exaggerate your arch. Exhale, press the low back down, lift the shoulders. 3 more. Inhale, exaggerate your arch. Exhale, press the low back down, lift up. Inhale down, exaggerate the arch. Exhale, press the low back down, lift the shoulders. 1 more. Inhaling down, inhaling, raising the low back. Exhale, press the low back down, lift the shoulders. And laying down, see if you can keep the engagement in the low belly, pressing the low back down into the earth. Bring your arms out into a T. Go ahead and draw your kneecaps together. Walk the feet wide, let your kneecaps knock together. And just taking some windshield wipers here. Just loosening up the hips and the low belly. And then draw your feet in pretty close to your hips. Try and get your low back pressed down into the earth. Bring your hands into robot arms. Snuggle your shoulder blades together on the back. Feel your whole spine grounded. Pressing into the heels, lift the hips. Exhale, come down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, come down. Let's find the spinal extension before we do the last 3. So lifting the low back, exaggerating the arch, draw your shoulder blades together, press down into the tops of the arms. And again, lift the hips. See how it feels a little bit different. See how much higher you are on your shoulders. Exhale, come down. Inhale, lift up. Try and keep your butt soft. Exhale, down. Inhale up, 1 more. Feeling the solar plexus area open, booty cheeks are soft. Exhale, come down. And draw your knees in. Take some big wide circles with the knees. Go both ways. And drawing the knees in towards your armpits, soles of the feet point up towards the ceiling. Reach for the edges of your feet. Find your happy baby. Again, just opening up the hips a little bit, the hamstrings a little bit. And then find some stillness. Feeling your belly expand in between your legs. Letting the feet go, reach for the backs of your knees. Take your rocks. 1, 2. And see if you can find your balance on your tailbone. Point your toes, reaching forward. We're going to think about straightening the legs out, hands together. Come back to high boat. Straighten the legs, back to high boat. Keep it moving. If you need to put your hands down beside you, go ahead. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cross your ankles. See if you can come into your tabletop. Spread your fingers wide. And your tabletop, you want it to be a little bit more of a rhombus shape, less of a rectangle shape. So maybe walk your hands a little bit forward so you have this diagonal here, a little bit of a diagonal in your legs as well. Fingers spread wide, pointer fingers point up, not middle fingers. Tuck your butt, round your spine, puff up through the shoulder blades. Really think about pulling your belly button up to the spine. And move slow, send your tailbone up first. Let the belly drop, feel the stretch across your rib cage, lift your chin. 2 more. Tuck the butt, round the spine, moving slowly, articulating through every little vertebrae. Unfurl your hips, let the belly drop, feel it stretch, draw your shoulder blades together, lift your chin. Tuck the butt, round the spine, puff up, and then unfurl, lift the chin. Keep this cow shape, press your hips to your heels, push the floor away, down dog. And pedal it out a little bit. Opening up the hamstrings. Let's see if we can take a few spinal rolls. So we're thinking about that cat-cow movement. So think about rounding your low back, rounding the shoulders, tipping forward a little bit, and then unfurl your hips. Let the heart drop towards the toes. Lengthen the space in the armpits. Tuck the butt, round forward a little bit, getting this undulation going. It might help to roll forward onto the toes and drop the heels as you send it back. 2 more. Roll it forward. Send it back. 1 more. Roll it forward. Send it back. And coming high onto your toes, lift your right toe, point it. Shift your shoulders forward. See if you can step it in between your hands. Drop your back knee. Inhale your arms up for a low lunge. And really sending your heart forward. Pinkies wrap in, lifting the chest, looking up. Breathe. Take an inhale. Exhale, plant your hands. Pick up the back knee. See about straightening out the right leg as well. It might not go all the way straight, but see if you can bow over your kneecap. Taking a few breaths here. Drop the back knee, travel forward, inhale your arms up. This time, cactus your arms, open the chest. Inhale up, exhale down. See if you can pick up the back knee and bow over your right knee. Inhale, travel forward, reach it up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale up. Exhale, bow. Pick up the back knee and fold. And twist or pivot on your toes a bit. So your toes turn out to 10 o'clock and your heel is at about 8 o'clock. Bend your front knee, reach your hands forward, rise up into your warrior one. Really pulling the rib cage in, lengthening through the low back and the belly. Take an inhale, exhale, fold. Pick up your toes, step it back into a high plank. We're going to stay here for a moment. Look forward. Puff up through the shoulder blades. Shift forward, elbows in all the way to the belly. Pick up for your cobra. So just the edge of the rib cage is down. Shoulder blades together. Deep breaths. Your toes are still tucked here. Pick up a little bit further so you're just on the pubic bone. Straighten your arms. Slide forward so you come onto the tops of the toes. Soft elbows here, shoulder blades back. Press your knees down, sit back into a child's pose. Roll it forward into your cat. Tuck your toes, cow. Hips to heels, down dog. Taking 3 breaths here. One more. And come high onto both toes. Pick up your left toes, really hug the thigh into the belly. Shift your shoulders forward, see if you can step it forward. Drop your right knee, inhale your arms up. Breathing here for a few moments. Again, pulling the belly in, but allowing the chest to open up as well. Pinkies wrap in. 2 more deep breaths. Take an inhale. Exhale, bow. Pick up the back knee, bow over your front knee. Taking 5 full breaths here. And then traveling forward, drop your back knee, inhale your arms up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow. Pick up the back knee, bow over your front knee. Inhale, travel forward. Up. Cactus. Inhale up. Exhale down. Pick up the back knee, and this time we're pivoting on the back toes. Now the right toes are going to be pointing to about 10 o'clock, and your heel is pointing to about 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock. And shifting your left knee over your ankle, reach forward, and then rise up for your warrior one. So really grounding through the back heel, reaching up, 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 pinkies wrap in. Deep breaths. And on an exhale, we're bowing forward. Pick up your toes, step it back into your high plank again. We're holding here. Really pull your belly to your spine, puffing up through the shoulders. Lift your chin, looking forward. Shift forward, shoulders over fingernails, slow as you can, all the way to the belly. Toes stay tucked here, lift up into your cobra. Breathing into the solar plexus, opening through the ribs. And then lift up to the pubic bone. Straighten your arms so your quads hover. Shift onto your toes, up dog. Shoulder blades back, eye of the elbow faces forward. Press your knees down, sit back into your child's pose. Roll it forward into your cat. Tuck your toes, cow. Hips to heels, down dog. And walk your feet to the edges of your mat. Walk your hands in a few inches. Bring your right hand to your heart. So you're in a one-arm down dog here. This might be as far as you go. If you want a little bit more, reach for the outside of the left ankle, twisting underneath your left armpit. Breathe. Try and keep your neck long. And coming back through your down dog, planting the right hand. Bring your left hand to your heart. Again, this might be as far as you go. If you want more, reach for the right ankle. Twist underneath the armpit. Breathe. Again, keeping the neck long, keeping that lock in your throat. And come back through center. Walk your feet back together. Come high onto your toes. Bend your knees wide. See if you can hop to the front of your mat. Half lift. Fold. Pull on your ankles a little bit. Get some length in the spine. Inhale all the way up, arms overhead. Hands to heart center. And lifting and spreading your toes. Press them down. Inhale your arms up. Interlace your fingers. Get your yogi gun overhead. Get tall. Teapot over to the right side. Look up to the left. Really pulling up and over, leaning back and over. And again, inhale to center. Get tall. Exhale, tip to the left. Look up. Opening the rib cage here, feeling the expansiveness in the right armpit and rib cage. Inhale to center. Take a little back bend, reaching up and back. Get as tall as you can. Reach up and exhale, fold forward. Take your half, fold again. We're just going to step the left foot to the back of the mat. Staying on the back toes, inhale up into your high lunge. Take an inhale, exhale, twist over your right knee. Press down through your right palm, look up over your right shoulder. Drop your back knee, stay in your twist. Again, looking up, taking the twist all the way through the neck. Breathe. And inhale through center. Exhale, fold. Pick up your back knee, step it forward. Take your half lift, fold, fingertips down, step your right foot back. And staying on your back toes, inhale up into your high lunge. Breathe. Take an inhale. Exhale, twist to your left. Looking up over the left shoulder. Drop the back knee. Feel the bigger stretch on the inside of the right leg, the front of the right leg. And then come back to center. Fold, pick up the back knee, step it back into your down dog. Take a few more spinal rolls. Two more. One more. Come high onto your toes, bend your knees wide, step or hop it forward, half lift, fold. Again, pull on those ankles a little bit, get long in the spine. Inhale all the way up, arms overhead, and hands to heart center. Inhale up, exhale, fold. Take your half, fold again, fingertips down. You're stepping the left toes back again, dropping the left knee. And you're going to bend the left knee, point the toe up. Straighten it out, tuck the toe, lift the knee, just feeling a little bit more stretch. Drop the knee, point the toe up, straighten it out, lift the knee. Drop the knee, point the toe up, Straighten it out. Lift the knee. 2 more. Knee down. Toe up. Straighten it out. Tuck the toe. Lift the knee. Last one. Drop the knee. Point the toe up. Plant your left hand. Reach back with your right hand. See if you can grab your pinky toe. Look back at it. Breathe. Letting it go, tuck the toe, planting the right hand, pick up the back knee, step your left foot forward, take your half, fold, fingertips down, step your right toes back, staying on them, dropping the back knee, lifting the chest a little bit, point the right toe up, really inviting the cramp here. So if you feel some tension in the back of the leg, invite the cramp. Point, straighten, tuck, lift, ground, point. 3 more. Tuck and straighten. Drop and point. Tuck, straighten. Drop, point. 1 more round. Tuck, straighten. Drop, point the toe up. Get the heel as close as you can towards your butt. Reach back with your left hand at the edge of the pinky toe. Look back. Breathe. And gently let it go. Tuck the back toe, lift the back knee, step it forward. Take your half, fold. Inhale all the way up, arms overhead and hands to heart center. Inhale up, exhale, fold. Take your half, fold again, palm mat, step it back, shift forward, lower all the way to your belly, pick up for your cobra. Pick up to the pubic bone, straighten your arms, shift onto your toes. Press the knees down, sit back into a child's pose. And then roll yourself up. And coming to the middle of your mat, you're going to reach behind you, fingertips point behind you, but your hands or your wrists are planted about a foot away from your toes. And as you inhale, you're going to lift your hips, look back. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And I guess it should be noted that your hands can be closer. You might need to work up into your foot away from your toes. Inhale up, open the chest. Exhale down. 2 more. Inhale up. Exhale down. 1 more. Inhale up, reach, look back, stay here for a moment, grip the mat with your fingertips, and exhale down. And sitting up tall, bring your knees to touch and come up onto your knees, tuck your toes. Bring your hands to your low back like your hands are in your back pockets, really pulling the belly up and in like you're getting into a cold pool. So getting the rib cage high, shoulder blades back, push your hips forward, lift your chin. Breathe here. And come back up. And gently sit back onto your heels. Take a break. If you're feeling dizzy or nauseous in any way, you might be crunching a little nerve in your back. So what you really want to do is make sure that you find that cold pool activation. So pulling up and in through the belly, cinching the waist. And again, hands to the low back, gripping the hips a little bit. Push the hips forward, lift your chin. Maybe this time you reach for your heels. And pressing the heart up, looking up and back for your camel. Breathe. Try and keep your forehead relaxed. And then slowly, if you took your heels, walk your hands back onto your hips. Take a pause. And then moving your low legs out from underneath you, come down onto your butt. And scoot yourself into the middle of the mat, coming down onto the back. And draw your knees in. Take some little rocks here. Just massaging the low back and the hips. And then grounding your heels. Again, get your robot arms. Exaggerate the arch in your low back so there's space underneath your low back. Pressing down into the tops of the arms so the heart lifts as well. Press into the heels, lift your hips. Try and keep your booty soft. Deep breaths. And come high onto your toes. See if you can roll the spine down vertebrae by vertebrae. All the way down. And take some little windshield wipers. And getting the heels really close to the butt. Elbows in. Exaggerate the arch in the low back. Pick up the heart as well, pressing down through the elbows and the tops of the shoulders. Lift the hips. Maybe this time you see if you can reach for your ankles. Keep pressing the hips up. Breathing. Thinking about filling up the space where your ribs meet. Releasing the ankles, palms down. Again, come high onto the toes. See if you can roll the spine down. And reach for your kneecaps. Take a few circles with your knees. Go both ways. Okay. And this time we're going to try and go into full wheel. If you don't have it yet, you don't have it. Practice your bridge still. But again, getting your robot arms, heels real close to the butt. Fingertips point up, lifting the low back, lifting the heart. Lift the hips first, find your bridge first. And then bring your hands by your earlobes, fingertips point in. Press into the hands, lift up. Breathe. Look down in between your thumbs. And again, coming onto the toes, slowly come down and lay your spine down. Again, a few little windshield wipers. And coming back through center. And I've gotten a little bit far down on my mat, so I'm going to move up. Coming back through center. We're going to do it one more time. So heels by the butt, fingertips point up. Lift the low back, lift the heart. Lift the hips. And again, if you're still working bridge, work your bridge. Fingertips by the ears, press up. Maybe you walk your feet a little bit closer. Maybe you press your heart a little bit further towards the back of the room. Keep looking in between your thumbs. Deep breaths. And again, high onto the toes. Then come down. And let your spine relax a little bit for a moment. And then take some little windshield wipers. And pulling the low belly down so your low back makes contact with the earth. Maybe you bring your arms out into a T. Big toes touch. Let your knees fall to the right. Draw your knees in a little bit like you're sitting in a chair. Looking over to your left. Deep breaths. And maybe if you want a little bit more, your left knee is going to stay where it is. Slide your right knee down so it points towards the front of the room. Reach your left hand for the pinky edge side of your right foot. Breathe. Depressing your shoulders away from your ears. Deep breaths into the space where your ribs meet. And gently letting that go, you can bring your arms out into a T again and draw your knees back through center. Maybe reset your hips here. And again, making sure that your low back is making contact with the earth. Let your knees fall over to the left, looking to the right. Get your knees into a chair shape. And if you want a little bit more, bring the left foot out a little bit. Right knee stays where it is, reaching your right hand for the pinky edge side of your left foot. Breathe. Fill up the space in between your ribs. Maybe you look down at your big toe. Maybe you bring your left hand to the top of the right knee. And starting to let it go. Bring your knees back through center, reset your hips, and let your legs go long, palms up, shoulder blades together. And take your Shavasana. And Shavasana is so important. It gives your body time to process all the movements you've made in the past 30 minutes. Lets it integrate all of the movements, all of the intelligence that you just offered up. So be still. Perhaps setting a timer for yourself, maybe 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes if you want. Give your nervous system time to relax. And thank you so much for joining me for this solar plexus revitalization and energy boosting yoga session. If you want more, please like, subscribe, comment, whatever you can do for me. And namaste.